Hey, what's good with you? Welcome back to Cars, Golf, and Cigars. I'm your man, Kadon Sterling. I'm so happy to have y'all here with me today. Don't forget, before we start anything, thank everybody. Let me thank everybody for rocking with the channel. I appreciate y'all being here for the last 3 years, and hopefully y'all be here for the next 3 years. All right, so first of all, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Don't forget, Cars, Golf, and Cigars is not just a YouTube channel, it's the merchandise. It's also a lifestyle. All right, today we're going to talk about the new 2021 Ford Bronco. Without question, let me get comfortable for this right here. Without question, this is the #1 trending SUV in this country. I don't know about all the other countries around the world, but I know in the USA, the only SUV they talking about right now, waiting for them to come out, they already put the Sport out, is the 2021 Ford Bronco. So, stick with me. We'll be right back. You already know what we about to do. We about to have a cigar conversation about this Bronco. We about to have a sip, and we're gonna get right into it. All right? Stick with me. Cars, Golf, and Cigars. It's your man, Kadon Sterling. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Hey, I want to say something also to people. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you into. I don't care what your passions are. Make your passions profitable for you. Don't listen to people that's on the sidelines. They're on the sidelines for a reason. That means they're not in the game. You are. So stick to your beliefs. Stick to what you know you're good at and become great at it. Now that we got that out the way, and I got my cigar, we about to talk about this 2021 Ford Bronco. If this fly let me be great. Yeah. Yes. That's a yes for me. Yeah. We'll talk about what I'm smoking in a minute. But right now, let's get into it. The #1 SUV trending in this country right now is this Ford Bronco, right? I've never been a Ford fan. My first car was a Ford, but I'm not a Ford fan. But right now, I'm a fan of this SUV. Now, let's get right to the specs. We can talk about how I feel about it in a second. All right, the bottom line is, my audience wants to know bottom line numbers. This truck is gonna start about 30, and if you go to the top of the line, because there's seven different models for this Bronco. If you go to the top of the line, you're gonna end up maybe topping out around 65. 70 if you really wanna put some more lights and whistles on it, but expect to spend about 60, 65. Blend this real quick. Yes. I'm gonna talk about what I'm blending it with in a second also. But let's go right to it. I even have my laptop out because I want to give you the right numbers, okay? I know it starts out about 30, ends out about 60, 65. I know that it can go from 2.3 4-liter L, or you can get a 2.7 V6. Who's gonna get the 4-liter? Nobody. Now, you can either get it in a 10-speed automatic or you can get it in a 7-speed manual. That's preference. If you're gonna do a lot of off-roading and things like that, maybe, you know, it's just preference. This time, I'm not mad if you get the automatic. I probably would buy the automatic in this also. I probably wouldn't get the manual in this, but the manual will probably definitely be more fun. And I could definitely see the manual selling because you're not gonna see a lot of manual SUVs, all right? But I want to give you all the different classes of what you can actually expect to buy. Now, When it comes to the new Broncos, what available colors? Let's get these colors out the way, because Ford came up with some colors. Rapid red metallic with a tinted clear coat, right? Red. Shadow black. Antimatter blue. Iconic silver. Area 51. Let's just assume that means it's green. All right. Carbonized gray, cactus gray, and race red. Those are the actual spec colors exterior-wise. Now, let's go to the actual models themselves. But before I do that, let's go to this right here. Excuse me. I really like let me talk about to the model that I like. The Badlands is probably one of my favorites because the Badlands to me represents real truck, dirty truck. You know what I mean? So that's just one of my things. The Badlands actually comes with a lot of, see, all these things for this 2021 Bronco comes with a lot of plastic inside because it's made to get dirty. Basically, this is the truck that's going to kick Wranglers behind. Now, if you don't believe me, just look at all the new commercials Jeep Wrangler's been doing. They've been spending multi-millions of dollars to try to get people to stick with the Jeep Wrangler brand because they know this is the truck that's going to come in there and take damn near all their new clients that would have been new Wrangler clients, and this is where a lot of Wrangler people are going to go to Ford and be traded in their Wranglers. Nothing against Jeep Wrangler. It's an iconic brand. It's an iconic truck. They don't have to change their style and they still sell. It's an iconic brand. But now you have major competition with an iconic name in the trucking business that hasn't been out and hasn't been famous since OJ. Let's be honest about it, right? Now you got somebody that's coming back around and they're going to actually be in a position to kick that industry's behind. And that's what they're going to do with this new 2021 Bronco. Now, me personally, like I said, let me start this the right way. I've never been a fan. I'm not a big fan of Ford. Haven't really been a big fan of Ford. But now they got me thinking. They got me thinking seriously, do I want this truck? Now, why would I get this truck? You didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell you. Because the bottom line is it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like old school fun. You have a truck that could be a little pricey, but at the same time, you don't have to be so delicate with this vehicle. This vehicle right here, man, you could do everything with, and it's cool. I like cool. My car collection stems from the mindset of me wanting cool cars from different eras. This is going to be one of those cars, one of them SUVs that people look back on and be like, damn, this was a cool car for that era. And I do think it will be a collector's piece. I'm stretching it. Not too many, you know, Ford cars or collectors besides certain Mustangs, Shelbys. But this particular Bronco, this particular one, I think will come in that regard. Now, let's go to the base model 2.3, which will be coming manual if you get the base model. Or you can get the base model 2.7 LV6. Or you can get the base model 2.3 automatic, which can come in automatic, which will come in automatic, not just manual. All the way up to, like I said, the base model 2.7 V6. And that one right there, if you get it in automatic, you have a great truck. But if you get it in manual, you have a super performance truck. Another reason why I think it's so trending, it's one of the biggest things that Ford did. They created a vehicle, they looked at Jeep, and they saw everything that Jeep did, and I ain't gonna say did wrong, but how they did not make things as convenient for people, and they said that's what we're gonna do. This truck is completely able to be damn near taken apart. People love to take the doors off, the roof off, this, that, and the third. Configure it however you will. The bottom line is, Now, before, when you took off your doors off a Jeep, you had to leave the doors. They couldn't come with you. They can't come with you. Now, you could take these same doors, put them in the back. They have door actual bags, if you want to call them that. You put them in the back and you can travel anywhere with them. So if you ever get caught in the rain or bad weather, you can actually put your doors back on. Same thing for the roof, for the configuration for the roof. Unless you got racks up there, then it makes it a little difficult to do it. You can still do it, but if you got roof racks, it makes it a little harder. It takes more time to do that. But it gives you the option of keeping either just the front open or the whole roof open. They give you a lot of options on how you want to drive your car, how cool you want to look in your vehicle. That's a big deal to me. Matter of fact, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to show you a few pictures of the new 2021 Bronco Ford. Check them out. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Y'all can let me know which one of those you like the best. Now, let me run down the different models for y'all, right? So, we starting from base and we're going to work our way to top end, all right? So, we're going to start with the first edition. After the first edition, they have the Big Bend. After Big Bend, you have Black Diamond, which is about 37, close to 40. After Black Diamond, you have Outer Banks, which is going to run you starting at 40. Badlands is one of my favorites. It's about 43.5. But if you want to go all the way with it, then you definitely want to get the Wild Track. I say Badlands or Wild Track, you get the best for your money. Everything is inside there. It's such a usable vehicle. It's usable for lifestyle. If your lifestyle consists of a lot of things of just, whether it's camping or fishing or hunting, or if it's just being cool, it's that kind of vehicle. They even have the inside of the vehicle where you could put a GoPro. Everything inside the vehicle is damn near waterproof because you can actually take the doors off and spray clean your whole car with water, and it has vents on the floors where the water will drain out. So the whole car will drain out and get dry, no molding. Now, don't expect this car to have leather or anything like that. It's not like that. Comfortable truck, but it was made to drive. And it was made to get dirty. It was made to be cool. So there's no leather in there. They do have plush seating, but the seatings are all weatherproof, this, that, and the third. It's like the whole interior should just say WeatherTech inside the damn car, because that's what it feels like it is. So if I was somebody interested in buying this vehicle right now, I probably would wait to 2022 and wait to see if they do a V8. I'm a V8 kind of guy. The V6 makes sense. You're gonna get high performance. You're gonna be where you want to be. But I personally would probably wait to 2022 to get the V8, because I know they have to do a V8. Why would they not? But if you can't wait, there's a company called Hennessy Performance that's already gonna provide a V8 turbo supercharge, but they're gonna bang you in your head for it. It goes from topping out about 60-something thousand all the way to 225,000 if you get the Hennessy Performance 2021 Ford Bronco. That's $220,000 for that. But it's a high performance supercharge. Basically, it's the new Ford Bronco on steroids. Is really what it is. Look it up for yourselves and y'all can see a lot of photos on it and things like that. Now, another reason why this is going to win, and I'm just going to say this, it's going to take the average guy who wants the coolest SUV in town and probably maybe can't afford it. It might be just a little bit out their price range. And to me, now you're talking about Range Rover, you're talking about G-Wagon. Now, you're not going to really take all their people that are G-Wagon people that are Range Rover people. That's what they do. That's what they do. But it's something about having the newest toy on the block. Even if it doesn't cost $100 grand, it's still the newest toy on the block that's banging everybody in the head, that's affordable. That's the same thing Chevy did with the new C8 Vet. They made it affordable. It doesn't have to be the Ferrari. Nobody cares. It's beautiful. When you see it coming down the road, you can't deny it. Same thing with this new Bronco. You won't be able to deny it. Not at all. Now, the Sport. Since they dropped the Sport first, I understand why. Marketing-wise, pricing-wise, they warmed up the car community. They tested the waters with it, and it sold. I'm not a fan of the Ford Bronco Sport. I'm not. I see why you would do it, and if I was in charge of manufacturing, I probably would say we need to do a Sport too, so we can make something even more affordable, quicker to the public, for the public. But I'm not a fan of it. Just like I'm not a big Range Rover Sport fan, but it's a great small little SUV. I wouldn't buy it for me, but I think it's a great vehicle. But I'm not a fan of that. I'm waiting for this. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for the big boy. We've been waiting for the big toy. We've been waiting for the Bronco. You know, we're waiting for this. And this is something that actually had me thinking about whether I want to get one. Because if I'm not a Ford fan and they got me thinking about their vehicle, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I am. Yeah. So, I would tell you, go to Ford, see if you can get a test drive. To get an allocation for a VIN right now, it's time, because they started really giving out allocations after June. So now you can actually put 3, 4, 5,000 down probably, and get an allocation for this vehicle. And a few of them have actually been sold, but a lot of them are just coming in now. They're there, but they won't be able to keep them. They already have a waiting list for this car. By next summer, I absolutely say this confidently, by next summer you will see streets absolutely flooded with these Broncos. I really can. Just like we see the C8 everywhere now, you know, but everywhere but not everywhere, you know. But you're gonna see a lot of these Broncos. I'm assuming that you're gonna see a whole lot of Badlands, a whole lot of Outer Banks. You may not see 1 or 2 wild tracks, but like I said, if you really want to get the most bang for your buck, you might as well get that Badlands or the wild track. I don't see why you would skim on that. Now, what you get much bigger tires. You get way more tech inside. You go from a small screen to a much bigger screen. I believe the screens go from 4 inches to 6 inches. And the info system is actually the best info system I've ever seen Ford make. Once again, this is coming from a person who's not a Ford guy like that, you know? But I respect the brand. I'm not really a fan of the brand, but I respect their history. But a lot of times their interiors suck. I will say it confidently, I don't like their interiors on a lot of their vehicles. I really don't. I don't like the big buttons, and I just don't like them. But this interior is not made to be fancy. That's why I think people love it. It's not made to be fancy, but in its own way, it kind of is. You got to say hi to your neighbors. But in its own way, it kind of is fancy. So that's why I think people will love it. Now, me, I would do Badlands, and I probably would do it in one of those blue colors. Give it a nice little pop. The biggest tires that Ford could give me, the biggest screen. Give me all the stuff inside. Let me be able to strip my truck down, bring my truck back to life, and let me go out there and enjoy myself. I'm not a big hunter. I don't fish. You're not going to see me doing a lot of off-roading. But I just think it's cool. Now, on a cool factor, I give this truck absolutely an 8. Because it's cool. It's really cool, man. And that's what's going to bring the clients to Ford. They have something now that competes with cool when it comes to the SUV market that Jeep absolutely dominated for the last 20 years. Easily. And Jeep does not really depreciate. So now they have a vehicle that will compete with that, and I guarantee you next year their numbers will be better than Jeep. I do expect a lot of people to trade in their Jeeps Not well. Let me take that back. I expect a lot of people to go ahead and jump on this Ford Bronco 21 bandwagon because Jeep people are Jeep people. There's a culture for Jeep, so they may not trade them in, but I guarantee you they test driving this right now too. Don't think they not. They thinking about it. Yeah. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. Leave the comments below. Let me know what you think about this Ford 2021 Bronco or the 2022, since we almost there. Take my advice, test drive it for yourself, go to Ford. I think you're gonna love it. I think I'm gonna love it. I'm test driving one soon, so I think I'm gonna love it. And see what it does, man. And see what it does. Because there's not too many SUVs in this market for this price range that's gonna be this cool, that you can actually get, appreciate. It's gonna keep its value, and you're gonna love having a good time with it. I don't know if it's the biggest family truck, but you can fit at least 5 people in here comfortably, and you can just have a lot of fun. And I think that's the biggest selling market to this is the fun part. It's gonna be amazing. So once again, my name is Kadon Sterling. This is Cars, Golf, and Cigars, and the new review of this 2021 Ford Bronco. Ford, you did something. You got one. Absolutely. Thank y'all for watching.